I couldn't believe what I heard on a CNN program of all places. A guest said something many pastors today hesitate to say to their own congregations, let alone before a CNN audience, most of whom likely lean left. There will almost certainly be a pushback. So what did the guest say? I'll return to that at the end of this block. Now, it's no overstatement to say that the credibility of the mainstream media, including CNN, took a nosedive during the first Trump and Biden administrations. One moment that captured this credibility gap came when Stephen Colbert offered a complimentary remark about CNN to his guest Caitlin Collins, the network's chief anchor, before the 2024 election. The audience assumed he was joking. Watch.
I know you guys are objective over there, that you just report the news as it is. No, I know. CNN makes a... I know
Was that supposed to be a laugh line?
it wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it is.
You would hope that they learned their lesson, maybe not. Now, the coverage by mainstream outlets, including CNN, of what's unfolding in Minneapolis, a sanctuary city, has been exactly what many expected: imbalanced and overwhelmingly negative. To be fair, ISIS' recent actions poured gasoline on an already volatile situation, giving the media plenty to criticize. The killing of Rene Good and Alex Pretty in January is tragic, regardless how they protested. We mourn their deaths just as we mourn the senseless killing of Charlie Kirk. But it's also true that mainstream coverage of ICE, especially from CNN, has become prohibitively negative, fueling public outrage against an agency operating in a city whose political leaders make ICE's job harder by refusing to cooperate, unlike other states. But it wasn't always this way. Consider CNN's own reporting on an ICE raid in Chicago back in 2016. Watch.
Under the cloak of darkness in Chicago,
Tack one, guys.
an immigration and customs enforcement team gears up for another long day, pursuing undocumented immigrants who have been convicted of crimes in the U.S.
Do you have evidence, right, that he's using a fake identity or?
That is correct. We believe he's been using a U.S. citizen's identity to live and work. He has an Illinois driver's license. Third target, he has an unauthorized use of a weapon, which was a firearm. He has a couple of DUIs. He is a criminal. He has extensive criminal history. And by taking him out of the community, it's making the community safer. And that's ICE's purpose, is to focus on criminals and community safety by taking these recidivist criminals out of our communities.
In view of this, all we ask of the media is simple: cover it all. The good, the bad, and the ugly of ICE. When it comes to the bad and the ugly, report what Chris Medell, a Republican gubernatorial candidate and generally a supporter of ICE, said when he suspended his campaign recently.
Operation Metro Surge has expanded far beyond its stated focus on true public safety threats. United States citizens, particularly those of color, live in fear. United States citizens are carrying papers to prove their citizenship. I have read about and I have spoken to countless United States citizens who have been detained in Minnesota due to the color of their skin. I personally have spoken to several law enforcement officers, some Hispanic and some Asian, who have been pulled over by ICE on pretextual stops. That's wrong.
CNN did report that, as a CNN journalist raised the same concern to Tom Hallman in a recent press conference. The reporter said,
Shimon Prokopez from CNN. Mr. Holman, how did we get here? Of having border patrol agents in the interior of this country, stopping U.S. citizens, asking them for ID, creating this fear.
but don't stop there. Report the good ICE has done as well. Medell points out,
I support the originally stated goals of Immigrations and Customs Enforcement's Operation Metro Surge in locating and deporting the worst of the worst from our state. And I've seen many examples of ICE arresting non-U.S. citizens in Minnesota convicted of serious crimes, including murder, rape, and child sexual assault. No reasonable person should want these people here, and I am glad that they are gone.
Under the cloak of darkness in Chicago, an immigration and customs enforcement team gears up for another long day, pursuing undocumented immigrants who have been convicted of crimes in the U.S.
So what did that CNN guest say? I will be quiet now. Read on.
I'm not blaming anybody. It's a hard situation all the way around. The ICE agent, at first I didn't see the footage where he was actually being ran. I mean, I seen the bump of the car hitting his legs. In a flash like that, it's hard to say how you would react. And so, like I said, it's just a hard situation for everybody. Becca, she's a great person as well. I mean, I don't have any many enemies. I love everybody, and that's what the Bible tells us: love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But I think there's some bad choices. And the word says, for the wrath of God will come upon the children of disobedience. I just wish that if we're walking the Spirit of God, I don't think she would have been there.
Something to ponder and to pray over.